Tonight, we want to know what you want to know about Ebola. Kelly May is in the studio right now with answers to some of your questions. Kelly.
Deb, we asked you on Facebook what your questions are about Ebola and sat down with the area's top infectious disease professor and researcher to get them answered.
Questions are circulating all over the internet about Ebola. We asked you on Facebook your questions for Dr. Jack Bernstein.
One of our biggest questions on Facebook was, is the virus airborne?
If you cough and the virus is in your saliva and it transmits a couple of feet, it can go that far, but it does not transmit for, let's say, a block, like things like chickenpox will go. In the normal sense, it's not an airborne virus.
On our Facebook page, Beth Blair asked how long the virus can live on non-host items, and can it be spread like a cold?
We think that if the surface is dry, it will only last there several hours to at most a day. If the surface is very wet and it doesn't dry out, it might last a little bit longer. When we cough, we get it on our hands, and then we touch our nose or we touch our eyes. So in this respect, absolutely. We're auto-infecting ourselves. We're contaminating our hands and doing it.
And there was a story today about why are they deciding to move these women?
I think moving people there will just give us better control of the disease and better support for the patients. We don't want this to spread any further. I think the issues that we had in Texas reflected the fact that people weren't nearly as well trained as at these other facilities.
This week, Dr. Kent Brantley, who survived an Ebola infection, donated his plasma to Ebola patients. Facebook follower Betty Bakes asked, is that the cure, or is it an antibiotic or vaccine?
His blood is being used, once they separate out the serum, as a method of trying to knock down the virus in the patients who've been exposed. It is not an antibiotic, it is not a cure, it's a treatment, and certainly we can't keep depending on Dr. Brantley for his blood.
Now, but on that note, Dr. Bernstein did say that because of this outbreak, he thinks the United States will have an Ebola vaccine within the next few years. We do want to thank our followers for speaking up about their questions.